This area has been depending on one source of water, that is Kikuo River. It's called Kikuo River, and it's a seasonal river. What they have been doing, they dig up shallow wells where they fetch this water from.
From here to the river, which is the main river, it's almost 3 kilometers. And that is a big distance. And therefore, people traveling to that place to get water is a headache.
My name is Jacinta Mombua. I'm a programs officer here at Emali Dedicated Children's Agency. I take part in projects ranging from WASH, climate change, and child protection.
My name is Victor Duda. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for Emali Dedicated Children's Agency. Our main aim is to see safe and empowered children in a community that have sustainable livelihoods. And this we do in partnership with like-minded partners so that we can help children to realize their full potential. One of the key program areas where we work is water, sanitation and hygiene, where we want to see the community having sufficient supply of water in adequate and safe quantities.
My names are Urbanus Mutinda Mativa. Itaava Water Project was launched last year in December in partnership with the EDCA and KCDF and Savannah and the community of Itaava because of the necessity for water in this region.
So when we were implementing this project, we had several community engagement forums where we had consultations with the community and also a platform to share with the community on the outlook of the project and the approaches that we were going to use in this project. Who are the key players to the project, where we had to ensure that they had to know their responsibility and the role they had to play.
With the KCDF, we were lucky to be in the cohort for training for local fundraising as well as mobilizing support. So through these trainings, there was a lot of capacity enhancement in terms of how to do local fundraising.
The bigger vision of the program is to unlock the voice and agency of community by appreciating the available local resources and also place philanthropy in the map by supporting communities appreciate local resources.
So our work with Emali Dedicated Children Agency was an obvious choice in terms of an organization that we saw has over the years worked extensively in that locality and have also built strong community ties and ties with other partners in the particular area.
We work with the Community Project Committee. It has 14 members and they were elected by the community themselves because it's the team that we will be engaging, and we have been engaging actually in the implementation, that is to mobilize the community, to pass communication to them. It's an easier communication channel to the community at large.
We went through participation of the public participation with the KCDF, Savannah and EDCA and the community, and we had series of meetings and deliberated. And the community was given certain tasks to carry out, and especially one of the biggest tasks was to identify and give out land for usage. And therefore, one of our good neighbors, Pastor Mutua, who is the owner of this land, people offered to give their land through which these pipes have been connected up to here. Actually, from the river to this place, the pipes are already down there.
KCDF matched 2.5 million. We were also able to raise about 2.5 million, of which about 700,000 from community contribution. The community contributing that in terms of labor during the installation and locally available material for construction.
Our objective is to supply the water to as many households as possible around this water point, but majorly is for domestic use, and of course that means for cooking, for drinking, for animals, for farming.
We are expecting to reach 1,500 people, that is around 500 households from the area. We had climate change sensitization forums in the area, and so is to enable us to reach more households and more people from the area. We used an approach where we went to the groups, that is women groups from the area, welfare groups, youth groups, because these are groups that meet occasionally and we didn't want to interrupt their normal activities.
Kwa majina ni Joseph Chalwambwa kutoka Itaava, hapa ni nyumbani. Kikundi cha EDCA nilipatana nacho kwa mafundisho ya climate change. Na mimi nilijifunza kuwa climate change ni ubadiliko wa hali ya hewa na ambapo temperature inakuwa juu zaidi kuliko ya vile ya kawaida.
Kile tumefanya cha climate change, naambiwa tupande miti. Na kwa vile kutoka hapo nilianza kuja kufanya ile nursery. Kuna avocado nishapanda, iko kwa nursery, iko pale. Nimeshaanza kuchimba mashimo, nianze kupanda.
We did a training to TOTs. We call them village-based assistants who are selected from that particular area. So we did a one-week training on climate change and how they could cascade this training to the communities they come from.
Kupanda miti ndio tulizingatia zaidi. Hasa mimi nilizingatia kupanda miti sana. Kwa sababu hiyo ndio niliona inatufanya to meet the target of reducing the climate change.
Success, I think, first is in the change in behavior in our community members. The minute they start appreciating their role, the minute they start to have a voice in the development that they wanted to see and they want to be part of it for us through the Giving for Change program, that is for us an impact.
So the pipeline goes to two schools, Itaava Primary and Itaava Secondary School, and also the community water kiosk. So the first phase of the project was just to go directly to that, and later on now we can see whether we can have private connections to the individual farms.
One of the biggest beneficiaries of this project is the two schools, because the secondary school is a boarding secondary school. They rely on water, usually tractors. So by this water being there, and of course we have a connection at the secondary and the primary and the community here. So as the water is coming to here, we have some connection to the secondary and some connection to the primary school.
For Giving for Change, the growth has been in terms of our relationships, the partnerships that we've been able to build, conversations around shifting power, conversations around how we're able to fund advocacy, how we're able to put resources, local resources towards social justice, and more importantly, how we're able to ensure that communities are really at the center of change through community philanthropy.
KCDF and EDCA will go down in the books of history for this village because water has been a big issue in this place.
Saa hii mtoto alikuwa anatoka mtoni na sasa maji simekuwa karibu. Miti nishaweka kwa nursery, tapanda na hayo maji. Naona hapo Jacinta ametufanya vizuri. Hata mimi naonelea aendelee na hiyo kazi sababu huku kwetu tumefurahia na kazi yake.
Nimejitayarisha kuadapt the climate na vile wakati mmekuja mtatusaidia kwa kuleta maji. Nafikiri niko sawa.
I think I can talk about an highlight that I've had is that community engagement in project implementation is very key. That is from project conceptualization to project implementation and project management, because they are quite interested in taking part in this project. They are quite willing to offer support and contribute to this project, not necessarily just the organization bringing every resource to it.
I think this is one of the programs that really demonstrates in practical the shift the power approach to development.
We look forward to continue partnering with KCDF and EDCA, Savannah, and the community for further advice as we go on. And if necessary, we need further funding. We see how we can collaborate by both trying to use the money we get from here and further funding from other sources to be able to expand this project.